Welcome into Sportsgate. My name is Derek Clyburn, and I'm once again joined by John Felipe. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good to hear. Good to hear, man. Another good week going on. NFL all season in full swing. NBA seasons like winding down, going towards the playoffs. So
I mean,
got some
looking
good
at the
things going
Hornets,
on. Yeah, man. The
wow,
Hornets. I mean, on
fun time to be a
another.
Hornets fan.
Oh yeah, for sure. On another game, another winning streak,
Wow.
5 game winning streak right now.
And
15 and
they're
3 in the
up
last
against the
18
Celtics right now,
as we
even
speak,
as
as we
we
as we're
speak,
talking. Yeah,
which is crazy. I did not. A lot of people did not expect that.
especially coming off a back to back too.
Yeah, that's right. Against the Mavericks yesterday, right?
Yeah, so it just goes to show you how well they're playing right now, how well they're clicking, and the chemistry and just the type of run they're on. But we're gonna get into it in more detail as well. What's been your thoughts since the last time we spoke about the Hornets? What have you seen? What do you expect? What are you most excited about? Get into it for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Well, I'll say one of the things that I am most excited and that just has brought me such positivity is the elite nature of Musa Diabate in specific categories. Maybe he's not like, the traditional all around elite center, but like this dude is elite in specific areas that matter. Like he is a board cleaner. Like, and he's athletic and aggressive and he makes you not want to have to face him every single play, transition through transition. Like I think Musa Diabate being that incredible is a development we could not have imagined. It makes me think like, okay, maybe he's our Jalen Duran because I wanted him so bad. I wanted Jalen Duran so bad, you know. And Moose has just filled up all those the box cleaner, the aggression, the switch, like energy, like everything that you need for like a mean, down, dirty, does it center. He does it and he does it with great agility and explosiveness, you know? So, I mean, it's kind of awesome that we even have that for free, essentially, like that we were able to get him. And then on top of that, Brandon Miller going over Scoot Henderson, number 2 overall a couple years back. That ended up being a great decision. LaMelo Ball falling to us uh, at 3. That was amazing. Like I think everything's
Oh yeah,
just kind of coming together, and especially the one who makes it all come together is my new favorite player on the Hornets. You know who it is? Yeah, I know you do.
Conga nipple.
Vodka nipple. I
He's a
mean,
lot of
dude,
Hornets
just
fans' favorite players right now.
literally, he does everything that brings this team together. I mean, his incredible snipe shooting, which we don't even need to talk about that. It speaks for itself. But also, he's so quick in movement and being able to draw people and create gravity and produce for other players in ways that I don't even think NBA statistics kind of like analyze. You know,
Mm,
like he's able to just know what the goal of the play is and like do whatever he needs to do to make the play work. He's good.
yeah.
He's smart. He's got that Luke Kuechly IQ.
Oh yeah, definitely. And he's a ball mover, like what you would say. I mean, he helps the ball move. I mean, he makes the. I mean, they call it the hockey assist because like when you're moving the ball and it's like
Right. Yeah.
the ball is moving so quick, the person is like, "Oh man, the dude's wide open." After he passes to me, just passes to him. So it's like, I mean, he helps the offense go.
And
I
then
mean,
we have
he's
LaMelo's creativity mixed with that. It's like
oh
Cam
yeah,
Newton and Luke Kuechly. I think that's an accurate analogy. Like they're both good in different ways, but like they work together in two different sides of the field, and it's created something where we're like 19-2 with this starting lineup. and then you
Yep.
add Mill to the mix. He's like Greg Olson or something, or Greg Olson and Jonathan Stewart combined. Like it, it's just wild to see this team all come together and produce the way that it is.
Yeah. I definitely think that everything has come together at the right time, in the right situation. Um, like you said, like this lineup, man, the starting lineup with Lamelo and Brandon Miller and Conker Nipple and Miles Bridges and Musa Diabate. I mean, like you said,
Bruce.
I mean, 19-2. I mean, number one net rate in the league with that lineup.
Yep.
Number one, offensive rating. I mean, I mean, 3 points. Let me talk about 3 point percentage and 3 pointers made and all those different things. I mean, they just become a buzz off for different teams. The way they overwhelmed it, I feel like they're overwhelming their opponents now because of how fast their pace is, the way they move.
And they don't know how to react to it. And especially with
Yeah.
somebody like Lamelo, which is why I always thought, like, even over the last like 3 years, when people were like, Lamelo is not a winning player or whatever, I'm like, LOL, okay, relax, bro. Like, because in my mind, Lamelo is such a chess piece that you can move anywhere on the board because of his incredible creativity, his playmaking ability, and creativity in his shots. Like,
Hmm.
it's like you can't guard that. Just give him some pieces, and now we have pieces, and oh, suddenly Lamelo's a winning player. Wow, who would have thought? Like,
Yeah. I mean, we saw him in high school when he had like players
his
around and what he was
brothers.
able to do, like the teams he was on, the way he was, how he's able to help elevate those teams. And then like in the NBA, it took him a while, but from I guess it's also his maturation, his maturing in knowing like how he needs to operate, like what's a good pass, a great pass, what kind of where he should be picking his spots when he needs to be aggressive, when he needs to like get other guys involved. I think that's helped, and then like I think someone like Nipple just helped them as far as like the basketball IQ and intelligence on the court, or what needs to be going on the court. Helping
That's the
everybody
thing.
get to
It's
the
his
like.
intelligence. His
Yeah.
intelligence to be able to facilitate. And dude is like 20 years old. Like
Oh
he's
yeah.
20 going on 40.
And I think like in addition to like them when you face them as like when opponents are facing them, their activity defensively too. Like everybody is like moving. It's like the energy on both sides of the floor is kind of like almost equal. Like the energy they put on the court. Like Charles Lee he came into that's what Charles Lee wanted this team to be. Focus on defensively because the offense was going to come, but defensively he wanted them to be able to get to a certain level where they could you know put it all together to help them win, put a
I
winning product out there. So I think that definitely what they're doing right now is they're on an upward trajectory, as we always say. I mean, and like this is only like the beginning of what they can do and what they can become. This. I mean, to continue to even add more pieces even in the off season and like as seasons go along. I think this is going to be a team. They have a core, like a legit core with those 3 or 4 guys. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with Brett Miles Bridges in the future, but even
Yeah,
him
I
holding
think
him
Miles
out,
Bridges is the one.
yeah, that's probably not
Thing
gonna be
is,
there. But
like, I feel like I kind of feel bad because we talked about this before. Like as a teammate, he's a great teammate, and like despite all the off the field stuff and whatnot, and he's surprisingly durable as well. He's like a presence that's always there, and he's like Lamelo Ball's like best friend.
yeah,
So it's to do something with him would change, like shift the entire dynamic of the team. So it would be cool if we can get a rookie that can come in this upcoming year and like they can work together. Miles Bridges can like tutor him or whatnot.
yeah. It'll be interesting. I was thinking about this earlier when I was like thinking about
Boozer would be
talking
nice,
about
but I don't know if we would be able to get him. But carry on. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. He'll be gone before they pick.
Hopefully, right? We can hope. We hope we're
Yeah,
picking.
like, I'm about to say unless they, if they don't, that'll only be if they didn't make the playoffs.
Yep.
That'll
Yep.
be give them a
Exactly.
chance
Yep.
to get a pick like that. But and if not, I mean, otherwise, but what I was thinking about, I was like, would Miles Bridges be open to like having a bench role with this team? I don't know how
Did
he
you
would feel about
hear?
that.
Did you hear his recent interview where he was like, with guys like this, like he was talking about how his efficiency was good, but his usage was a little lower. And he's like, when we got guys like these shooters, like Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, like when we have guys like this, like I I want to let them shine. And I was
Hmm.
thinking that was surprisingly mature for Miles Bridges. That just
Right.
happened like a week ago. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how they, maneuver and switch the roster around because he can only elevate the ceiling when I guess getting someone even better than him in that in that position. But I
right.
mean, it's still good to see. I mean, this is a good starting point. And I was listening to this podcast earlier, and they was comparing this team like to the early Warriors, like before they were as they were in the early stages before they became like went to the finals and all that when they run. They was comparing this team to like the core, like with Clay and Steph and Draymond, like we was comparing it with like Brandon Miller, LaMelo, and Conca Nipple. They were saying like there's some similarities in there as far as like the early stages, as they get ready to make the playoffs, and this be the first year, getting that taste of the playoffs and being able to, get that type of experience, and then the next year, taking that next step, winning more games and actually being one of the top teams in the East going into the season, and
Yeah,
then
I mean
able to.
it's funny. I was just thinking about that today. Like if we did actually go to the playoffs, like imagine going into next season, like people expecting the Hornets to be like a contender. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean they have the right core. I feel like the right core they can
Oh,
do it. I mean, like it's
I personally feel like we can make noise this year, you know, but it's all gonna be. I mean, I feel like that can happen. I don't know if it will,
I
but
mean, if they
it's
make
so
the playoffs,
funny
to
when
me
people
is
are
is
just
good.
like, exactly. If we do, like, then it's gonna be like any given Sunday. You know what I mean? But like, it's funny that some people are just like, that's a dogs can't play basketball. Like in their mind, they're just like it's so foreign that it's not even possible. In my mind, I think it's possible, and I'm just intrigued to see where we go with it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's a little different just because the 7 game series makes it a little bit more difficult to have like runs from teams you don't expect. But
Yeah,
it's like, but the experience is always good. And I definitely think they can push any team they face in the first round. I mean, so
I'd
I
be
mean,
down.
even them doing that would be a great step in the right direction. From what they were. So, but
That
the
would be
future is
great.
definitely bright. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, they
Yeah.
have a good core, and you continue to add players in there that can, you tweak here or tweak there. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you continue to develop these players, and they're young. I mean, the players are young, like Khan and Brandon and Lamelo. They can
All
only get better.
their 20-point shooters are under 25.
That's
So
what I'm saying. They haven't even hit their prime yet, so it's like they can get even better and develop even more.
it
So
reminds me of OKC in the early 2010s, kind of.
like I said,
But then it
early
got broken up.
OKC, early Warriors. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's definitely interesting. And people were saying before, like like earlier in the season, they were talking about, oh, they should move off Lamelo, but now
That
more
sounded
people are like,
ridiculous to me the whole time, dude. That's what I was saying. You
yeah.
can't replace LaMelo.
Because but they were saying because how good Khan is, you can build around Khan and
That's
Brandon. But
ridiculous. He's not even a somebody that passes the ball like that. Like
right, right. That's what. But I think they was thinking like they Lamelo was a negative with that group, but now they're realizing that he's an added bonus to what they do.
dude,
He
he makes everybody better. His playmaking ability.
exactly. Exactly. And now they see, I mean, three is way better than, having a core three players is way better than having just two. And then you
Dude,
already
of
got
course, the big three. It was popularized by LeBron.
Right, and it's better when you can get it where they're younger and you haven't had to like pay everybody yet. Um, and they're still developing. And you, like I said, you already got Musa, who's a good piece. You got some young bench players like
Yeah,
Zion.
Moose is actually really
Zion James is good off the
yeah,
bench.
he had 13 points out of Duke. He had 13 points this past game,
Yesterday, yeah,
which
yeah.
was awesome because he's somebody that's a rookie and still fighting for his minutes. He was able to get
Oh
13
yeah.
points, like 8 rebounds, something crazy. Yeah.
I mean, you and then they signed Kobe White, who's probably excited to
Oh, dude,
expound on what
I
he's
like
been
that guy.
doing.
I like that guy, and I like him like as a person too. I saw some of his interviews. I was like, oh, that's a genuine dude. He seems like a good guy.
Definitely, definitely. So they got some pieces, and I think they're gonna continue to and even seeing this, like you gonna see players say, "Oh, I want to go play with the Hornets because they play a fun style of basketball and are winning, and they're winning now." I mean, more players gonna be interested in coming to the
Hey,
Hornets to play with
if
that
we get
young
a power
team.
forward, if we get a specific power forward up in Milwaukee, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that would be game over.
Hey, hey. You never know. You never know.
Right? Hey, we can shoot our shot. He likes Khan. I don't know if you saw the clip of like
Oh
him talking
yeah, I did
to
see
Khan.
that clip. I did. I did.
That was
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
was so cool. He's like, I did not nobody ever figured it out. Like the way he said it until a rookie. I was
Giannis is
like, that was
hilarious,
so good
though.
because he was a Milwaukee fan. He's from that area. They
Right.
have like he was like probably when did they win? He's 20 now. He might have been like 15 when they won the championship.
Oh yeah, they won in 2021, so that was like 5 years ago, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that must be really cool as a feeling, for Khan to hear
Oh
that
yeah,
from a homeboy. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Giannis, he's a trip, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, no, like I said, the Hornets, like I said, moving in the right direction. They hit 500 yesterday, for the first time this season. After starting the season 4-14, for them to be able to come back and be
if it
500
wasn't
at
for
31
some
and 31.
if it wasn't that it like mourns I'm like mourning like, oh dang, the season that could have been if it weren't for the injuries.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's
injuries.
still on the right direction. So why am I like, I'm not upset about it. I'm more just like it could have been, but now, hey, let's see what we can do.
Oh yeah, like I said, we know what they can do now, and we seeing it on the nightly basis what they can do it game in and game out. Um, I saw this one stat where it says the Hornets now have a 4 game win streak where they've won games by 15 plus points. That's the second time they've done it this season, which is crazy because in the other winning streak they had earlier this season, they also had 4 straight games where they beat their opponents by at least 15 points. And that's they're the only team in the league to do that this year. So
Wait, that happened a second time as well?
yeah, it's like during this 5 game winning streak,
Oh,
they
I
beat
knew
their
that
opponents.
one. I know this
Yeah,
one. Did
remember
that
in the
happen
earlier winning,
prior?
the last winning streak when they won was it 9 straight games earlier in the season?
That happened the same way?
Yep.
What? I didn't know that part. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like I said, the Hornets are putting together,
Dude,
good
it's
streaks.
literally like capturing lightning in a bottle. That's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to. You know what? I have faith in this Hornets team. Even if we make the play in, I think we'll get into the first round and then, play. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
it's just
they
like
move
it's
it
frustrating because of what happened earlier in the season. And I'm like, oh, if we just had this starting lineup and healthy,
earlier.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're right now like they're the 9 seed right now. Um, I don't know, or they did a 9 seed. I can't remember if I know if they started back
We're probably 10
between
again.
9 and 10.
We were
Yeah,
9 for for like a day until Atlanta played their
yeah,
next game.
yeah. But I mean, it's all close together. Ideally, you'll want they'll probably I'm sure they want to get to the 7 8 games, so they won't only have to play one game and then get in instead of having to play 2 games to get in. But we'll see. But they're definitely headed in the right direction. Like I said, with these winning streaks, the way they're playing, I mean, they're beating teams. I mean, they need to be, and then they're beating teams that are actually good. Like right now, the Celtics like beating them by 20. So I mean, these are they're
Wait,
playing great
have you
basketball.
seen an update to that score?
Uh, they're up by 16, 70 to 54
Oh,
right now.
what's okay? Where are we in the like?
Midway through the third quarter. Midway through the third quarter.
Third, dude. Okay, that's okay. Nobody saw that. If you looked at all the betting odds, it was that the Celtics were going to win. So to be up and to extend the streak about the 15 points, like, and they extend the road streak, which is now 9, but might be 10. Who's to say? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I
let's
mean, they're
freaking
definitely playing
go!
great
Let's
basketball right now.
go! We
Just
are
gotta finish it
playing,
off. Gotta finish it
we
off.
are playing a brand of basketball that is just like so difficult to stop, and I love it. I love to see it.
Yes. Like I said, the energy to play with, the pace they play
It's so
with.
fun.
I mean, the guys they have in the court, having multiple creators all over the court that can either score or create
Grant
for a
Williams
shot
isn't
for
even playing
others.
today.
Yep. And
Kobe
everybody
White is
like
really helping though. I bet.
everyone
I
play,
haven't seen, but
excels in the
the
role.
last couple of
Yeah.
games, he's really been
Oh
helping.
yeah. He's getting comfortable for sure. He's getting
Yep,
comfortable. You can see it.
that's right.
I
Yeah,
feel like everybody's just selling in the role. Whatever they're asked to do, everybody's going out and they're doing, they're executing the game plan at a high level. I mean, so whatever they need is looking good right now for sure.
right. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome to see.
I mean, like I said, I mean, the buzz is going. It's
Yes.
going. And it's funny because like I was these there's like people saying like, man, we need like a nickname for these Hornets. Like, what should it be? Like, people like trying to think about what it should be. I was like, I don't know,
Yes.
but it'll come up with
Oh,
something.
okay. It didn't come out yet. Okay.
I mean, the names I heard were kind of like I don't know about those. Like,
Lame. What was
yeah,
the like couple of
one
them?
of them was like the Buzz Saw or something like that.
Okay, that's all right.
Uh, the other ones I don't even want to mention because they were so bad. Not.
Because they were so bad.
Yeah, I think like the buzzsaw is probably the best one I heard, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Okay."
I mean, it's not bad. It'll
Yeah,
be cool. Yeah.
yeah, not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, we're definitely gonna keep our eye on the Hornets. We're enjoying what they're showing us on the court, and hopefully they can keep it up and position themselves to get it in the playoffs as we get closer to the playoffs in April. But as we move along, man, NFL, man, there's a lot of things going on. The combine just ended. Free agency is on the horizon next week. Um,
Right.
but first and foremost, man, we gotta talk about that combine, man. Man, it was a lot of different things going on in the combine. It was so many dudes, a few dudes that this put on a show. Guys that we talked about. Kenyon Sadiq. I mean, Sonny Styles. I
Right.
mean, all types of guys. Arvell Reese, there's Malik Washington. I mean, Zachariah Branch. All these type of dudes put up great times in it. Jacob Rodriguez tested well. I mean,
Got another
so
safety now. Dylan Thieneman.
oh man, that dude, yeah, him too. Yeah, sure. Eli Stowers, another tight end. Both
Yeah,
like
tight
Eli
end. Yeah.
Stowers and Keon Sadiq were going back and forth, like putting up numbers in
Yeah,
that. I mean, it was
because
crazy.
Stowers had the higher vertical jump, but Sadiq had the higher 40.
Right, yeah. But man, it's a lot of different things going on. Exciting, man. Exciting to see. I mean, it's crazy because when you think about the combine, you start seeing like some of these times and what's going on. Um, you start looking at like the mocks and stuff. It's like, man, like after one, like it gets really interesting, like what's gonna go down. Like you don't know who's gonna go second. Like a lot of people, I mean, it's between defensive players like David Bailey and um Alvarez and I don't think I've seen any Sunny Styles go two. I think as high as I've seen Sunny Styles at three, but guys like
which
that.
is crazy now. Before the combine, it wasn't even
I
close to that.
mean,
Before the
it was
combine, it was like I knew the Panthers weren't going to be able to get him, but he might be within reach, like that we could trade up like to like 10 to 15, kind of vibe. Now it's
yeah,
like he's going top five. Yeah.
for sure. I mean, he had a crazy, like, an insane, like, combine. I think he had like I said, he's like a freak athlete, like we thought he was, but he is even more freakier than we thought. And then his brother went out and did some other crazy
Oh
stuff
yeah,
too. So,
Lorenzo Styles Jr.
oh man, so
ran
it
like
was
4.27 as a
yeah, it
cornerback,
was
so
crazy.
substantially lighter, but still.
I mean, did you see that picture? Like their father too, like with the both of them.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
did. Yeah, I know
he
exactly
was,
what you're talking about.
he was like this dude. We can see why both of them went out there and put
Dude
on
is
the show.
Colossus.
I mean, dude is huge, man. I mean, I was like, man, I was like, these dudes are ridiculous. But those two definitely put on a show. Um, Jeremiah Love put on a show. I mean, like all these
Running
dudes,
back from Notre Dame, yeah.
Notre Dame, yeah, he ran like a 4.36 in the 40. I mean, at his size too. I mean, that's incredible. I mean,
He's a thick boy, and he can sprint. So, that's exactly what you want in today's NFL. He's like a Saquon Barkley type, or even kind of a Bijan Robinson, or more recently Jameer Gibbs.
oh yeah, definitely. So I might say it was. I think like it was like David Bailey had a pretty good like showing too. Like he went like 4.5. So they have these things like saying like what players they were faster than and quicker than. So it's like he ran faster than like Antonio Cromartie and was quicker than Devontae Adams and jumps higher than AJ Green
Which is
and more
crazy. I mean,
more
it's
explosive than
it's
AJ
crazy because
McKissick.
like it's just such wildly different comparisons, but it's fun to hear. It's fun to hear,
It's
so we can put like a face to a name and think, oh, I know that guy.
yeah, yeah, you can tell it was like you know, you click on this, you hear these names, it's like, oh,
Wow, so
that
he's
guy.
gonna be incredible.
Like he's gonna do that? Like, okay. Like Sonny Styles, like they say he's like the same height as Calvin Johnson, but you know, it's like
Oh,
3 pounds
that's
lighter
right.
than
Yep.
Derrick Henry and has a higher vert as
Wait, let
the
me see.
same
Let me
vert.
see. Wait, don't tell me. It's it wasn't even an NFL player. It was
Yep.
T Mac from the NBA.
No, it wasn't T Max.
Tracy McGrady,
No.
vertical.
Yeah, it's a different player. They use it. He's a small player, like
Vince
small in
Carter.
stature. No, not Vince Carter. Like a miniature guy. He could be in the dunk contest. I don't know if you
Ain't no way. They're not saying Muggsy Bogues.
no.
Okay.
They talking about Nate Robinson.
Hey, Robinson, the dude that was beat up by Jake Paul a couple years ago. Is that who you're talking
That's
about? Oh,
crazy.
no.
That's how you
That's
put
how
two
I
and two
know him,
together.
dog.
That's
I
how
didn't
you know
know him for that.
the dude got the dude got beat up by Jake Paul.
Yo, hey, homeboy returned the favor to Jake Paul a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. Broke his
Man, but
jaw
yeah.
or whatever.
But yeah, they said he has the same max vert as Nate Robinson at 43.5, and then the same 40 as Bijan Robinson, and then the
John.
same broad jump as Julio Jones. So
I was gonna say
um,
Julio Jones was in there somewhere.
yeah. But yeah, they're comparing him. I think Keon Sadiq had like a crazy one too. Like they say he had the same 40 as Jonathan Taylor, his broad jump, which was insane. 113, I mean, inches is crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Same broad jump as Des Bryant. This vert, now his vert was higher than Vince Carter, so that's maybe where you got that mixed up with Vince Carter, you know.
LOL.
Keon
Yeah,
Sadiq.
that's probably where I got it from because I saw the same
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they say he went the same. His peak speed was the same as Jameer Gibbs at 23.2 miles per hour when he was running. So that's great. But yeah, man, crazy time at the combine. I guess my question to you is who who stood out the most? Like Keon Sadiq, do you feel any different about him? I know they were saying that maybe a target or anything for the
No, I
Panthers. Do you
don't.
feel
I
any
don't.
different
I
about
don't
him?
change my ideas. Like who I think in terms of like who I think the Panthers should draft. I don't. I don't think someone should be drafted where I wouldn't have previously put them because of the combine. I think it
Hmm.
reaffirms someone that I like am thinking like, oh, they're good, but how's their athleticism? Which is
Right.
what made me feel good about Jacob Rodriguez,
Yes. Yes.
because he proved people like that he was an above average athlete. So
Right.
like I don't usually like think like, oh, like this person wasn't good, but they ran a 4.3, and now I think they could be good. Nah, the Kalon Barnes, our seventh round pick, cornerback from Baylor in like 2021, would beg to differ. Dude ran like a 4.26 or something. And he didn't even make the roster. Like, so
Yeah.
it's only to confirm the footage. It's not
Right.
to like think like now you're suddenly good at football. Like the job is still fun,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I think it's definitely true. I mean, you just wanted to confirm the tape, what you see on tape, how good they are on tape. If they're that fast, if they're that quick, if they're able to get to this spot at a certain time,
I'll say
cover
something.
that much ground.
I'll say something here on the show, and if it happens, I would have it clipped or whatever. But if the Panthers take Jacob Rodriguez at 19, I would not be mad, and I think they might be onto something. Or if they trade back into the first round and take him still, rather than wait
Mm,
for him to be there at the end of the or at their pick at their second round, 19.
okay.
Yeah.
So you won't be opposed to that. Okay.
I
Okay.
wouldn't be opposed to that, and I wouldn't be surprised that that happened.
Mm. I know. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really seen second round mocks in a minute, but I know. Well, I guess I have. I don't think he fell that far. Well, I'm thinking about where the Colts pick at, but I don't think he fell that far. But I definitely think he's not going far that far now, probably. But
To the second,
yeah,
yeah. I don't think he will.
at least definitely not the 47 because we don't pick the 47. So he's definitely not gonna go back that far. That's
Yeah.
like basically 15 picks into the second round. But he definitely put on a show and showed why I mean, makes his tape look even better. I guess confirmed the tape that we see what we see on tape and what the playmaker he is and different things like that. But yeah, man. But I think the two players that probably benefited the most from the combine was definitely Jeremiah Love and Sonny Styles.
Tony Styles. Yep.
Them dudes are skyrocketing. Cause I seen like Jeremiah Love. I even heard people saying that he might go as high as 3 now, which is insane to think about a running back going that high.
I
But
mean, he's not that much worse of an athlete than Ashton Genty. It's just
yeah,
Ashton Genty had insane production, but he was also at Boise State. So like,
yeah. I think he might be better than like Ashton. Really, I mean,
I
it's
wasn't trying to
close.
put that on him, but yeah, that might be like accurate.
Yeah, and I think more because not because of the running style necessarily, but more because I think he's probably
The
more of like a
Jason
home
running
run.
style stands up
Yeah.
straight.
I think he might be like I think he is faster, but I think get that home run speed element of it, and then he's just a better pass catcher than Ashton Jitty was coming out of college. So yeah, I just
I
think
mean,
he's
it's an important part of today's game too.
for sure, for sure. So those two dudes definitely benefit, and then like I said, like Arver Reese, David Bailey, like them dudes, whoever gets picked second,
What do
I
you
think is
think?
interesting.
Okay, so the Colts don't have a first round this year because of the Sauce Gardner trade. What do you think overarchingly, like the Colts are going to do? Like, what are they going to try to attack the most?
Defense for sure. Defense for sure.
What part?
And then I think
Secondary or
linebacker,
pass rush?
linebacker definitely. I definitely think they're going to probably get someone off on the defensive line. They always draft cornerbacks. They always like to add depth to the secondary with cornerbacks, or safety, whatever. I think they're definitely going to do that. So defense, defense, defense. I'll be surprised if they do anything offensively other than like add a like an offensive lineman just to add more depth. And I think they're also, but this is what I know they're going to do is they're definitely going to trade back at some point to get more picks,
Yeah,
so they can get more players,
I mean, it
draft
makes
more players,
sense.
have more bites at the apple, so they say. So I definitely think that's how they're going to attack it. Hearing some of the news that's been going on in the last couple of days makes me think so too. But
Also, on top of that, like, and this might be a good transition into free agency, but like, what are you thinking about Alec Pierce? Like, do you think your guys are going to be able to retain him? Do you think you can like survive without him? Like, what's your idea of like how the Colts look after post free agency?
um, I'm not really sure what exactly is. Well, I know he wants to get paid, and then they were saying I've heard mixed things. So I heard like he wants to get paid, obviously, and then they were saying that he doesn't want to sign until he knows who the quarterback is. Obviously, Daniel Jones is the quarterback now. Well, I guess depending on how the transition tag works, if any team decides to send him an offer out, I guess we're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah.
Um, and then so I'm definitely confused. Well, not confused, but I'm intrigued to see why they didn't get a deal done. I think they say it's the money, but I think there's more than the uncertainty at quarterback. Is Daniel Jones going to be there or not? I think that goes into it as well. But as far as like what we're going to do afterwards, if we don't retain him, I'm not really sure because I think it's going to
You
be.
guys have a lot of
I,
receivers too.
yeah, I mean,
Josh
I mean,
Downs,
Josh
Michael
Downs, Michael
Pittman.
Pittman.
Well,
Um,
you did have Adonai Mitchell, where you could have seen how
yeah,
he did.
that
You know?
looking like not having him now. If Alec Pierce leaves, is gonna hurt. But I mean, I know because I don't think we want to go into the draft and get anybody. I guess the next route would be going to get somebody in free agency, and I think if Alec Pierce would leave, maybe at a lower level. I don't know, Romeo Dobbs, Rashid Shaheed, guys like that.
Yeah,
Trying to fill that role to see if we can get like in a cheaper role if we can retain him. Because I
yeah.
do think if he hits free agency, teams are gonna,
Oh, pounce on.
offers gonna be ridiculous. They're gonna be
They'll just
ridiculous.
get into a bidding war, and then you won't be able to like keep up. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be tough. It'll be tough. So, because we all know most people in free agency overpay for receivers. I mean, most positions anyway, they overpay.
overpaying for a lot of positions. I mean, look
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna
we
say.
did for Tariq Wharton. Like, and I think after a year of production, it seems like maybe a lot of it was because the Chiefs were so overpowering on offense and their defense kind of had like it made their role players look a little better than they were. I hope that's not the case. But we're paying him 18 million. He has like an 18 million salary cap like
mm,
hit. So I'm like, I don't know if that's worth that much. Like there has to be another reasoning, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely not thrilled with how we started free agency. Putting Daniel Jones on a transition tag, I was like, why? But I was like, okay, interesting. At the same time, and I was just like, you got to use that. I was I,
Yeah.
I was really hoping for like a shorter deal than that one, and then one like a cheaper deals, but like a cheaper deal than that, hoping they could come to an agreement on like something cheap, and
Yeah.
maybe like maybe the contract gets higher as I guess the year, and he comes back and play as like at a certain level. Just the incentives kick in, and he can get more money that way than like the initial like payment. Like, oh, you got to get paid 30 something like a
That's so
year, no matter
sad.
what.
That's
You
so
know,
sad to like have to think like where it's all right. Maybe they'll be motivated at a certain part of their contract.
I'm just talking about if he gets back to like a certain point, like injury wise, like if he can, like it doesn't like in the contract, like if you do like what you did last year, you get then your
You get
contract
more.
goes up.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, because if you're worse, this is like, bro, what are we paying you 30 something million for? It's
And
like,
you
what I'm
had
saying.
Anthony Richardson, who you guys trade. Did you guys trade up to get?
Oh yeah, well, no, we just had a fourth pick.
You just had the fourth. Okay,
Yeah, we just had the
still
fourth.
fourth pick.
Yeah.
That's a premium pick right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like, like I said, I always say, we don't want to be in a position where you don't have your quarterback situation handled. It's the worst position to be in as a team. I'm telling you,
It's
it's
way more.
frustrating.
Look, the Seahawks just won with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is not a bad quarterback. He's a great quarterback. He was picked 3 overall, but he he's somebody you can win with. Let's
Yeah,
let's
no,
make
definitely
sure we get our situation handled at the very slightest, and then we can worry about the premium edge rusher, like
for
or
sure,
the
for
running back. I'm looking at you, Falcons with Bijan Robinson,
sure.
or Giants with Saquon Barkley when they initially drafted him.
I mean, you can't be a team that's like I seen like I saw something that said the Tennessee Titans might take like Jeremiah Love, and I was just like, why?
I saw two
But
things about that. Was it one of the underdog fantasy or NFL stock exchange? One of those two.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe
one
Pro
of
Football Focus. One
yeah,
of those three. I just saw like a mock draft with that
yeah,
exact.
with that exact same thing. Yeah, that's why I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, you better be careful now. But it's like, well, Ken Ward needs weapons, but I'm like,
Yeah, dude, you can say that
yeah,
literally about any quarterback in any draft. That is not a smart drafting thing. They need weapons. Yes, yeah, of course they do. But what does that have to do with you in pick 4 drafting a running back, the most,
right. I can see if you
reputable
say
in
I could have
football?
see if they could set Carnell Tate or somebody. Yeah, we're gonna select Carnell
Even
Tate. I
those
could have
two,
set
yeah,
that a little bit more.
because
You know?
T Mac was like uh, at that time when we picked him at 8, like a surprise pick, and he ended up being rookie of the year and transformed our offense. Like I
Right.
understand that, but like running back, really,
Nah.
dude,
Nah.
why not
Nah.
just get a left tackle like Fano or
Yeah.
Freeling from Georgia or
Yeah.
homeboy from Miami, like one of those tackles to guard for the running back, and then you could just put anyone back there and it'll be better.
My man was sacked a lot of times last year, Cam Ward. I'm sure he's seeing that and it's like, God almighty, please don't draft no running back.
That reminds me of that old Joe Burrow meme where it was like Joe Burrow, anyone, and then good wide receiver. I think Jamar Chase. Like they might have put good wide receiver, but it might have been like Jamar Chase by name. And then it's like him like falling down, and then like anyone running, good tackle, and it was Panay Sewell who was also good, and then he completed the pass to the receiver.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I think it's funny, Joe Burrow. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see different strategies from different teams and the way they team build and look at different things. I definitely think
Oh, sorry.
a good way to build is probably the beef up the defense. Then it's better to like beef up your defense first. Have it as good as possible. Then it can help you as far as like then your offense can come along as it needs to. So at least you're in the game. Because if your defense is bad and your offense and you have like a okay offense, you're not gonna win no way. But
Yeah,
so it's like at least
it
your
doesn't
defense is
even
good
matter.
at
Like, yeah, your offense needs to be elite, and then if your defense isn't, like, and welcome to the Mike McDaniel's Miami Dolphins.
exactly, exactly. But as free agency opens like Monday. It's the tempering period. I think March 11th is at 4 p.m. is when it officially opens. Um, what do you want to see from the Panthers as free agency opens? Who you looking at? What do you think they should do? The first thing on the objective. What are you thinking?
First thing in the Coda, stop. Do not get crazy. First thing on the objective, we have to get interior linebackers. So whether it be Ellis from the Falcons or maybe
Mm,
Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd would be a great addition from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um, Kariki.
oh yeah, he just got released today too.
This was released exactly. So he would be a great addition. Like just somebody that we can get in the interior linebacking position. Um, yeah, I'll keep it there for now. What about you? What with the Colts?
Yeah,
Linebackers too.
linebackers, yeah. Also Trey Hendrickson.
I
He's
heard.
officially a free agent. Definitely think we need to get him. He should be on. He should
Oh
be our
yeah,
first
pass
call.
rushers, man. Pass rushers would be great too for the Panthers, but I don't know because he's a 4-3 guy, and it might just be difficult at this point of his career to come, especially the price that he's probably going to be demanding. That the reason that the Bengals cut him in the first place because he wanted his money, so he's probably just going to be chasing the
Yeah,
bag. I don't think he's
yeah,
going to be a Panther ultimately. But
yeah.
what were you
I
saying?
definitely, I'm definitely thinking the Colts should go after him first and foremost. In addition to getting a linebacker, definitely get him. If not, see what the Vikings want for Jonathan Grenard.
Yep,
Um,
that's it too.
yeah, and then if not Julian Phillips. See what I mean, not Julian, Jalen Phillips.
I would
See
love
if we
to
can get
see.
snack
I
him
think
too.
he's somebody that would be much more adequate in the 3-4 system.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And those are probably that's probably number one on the objective. Getting like those three dudes is what I feel like we need to get one of those dudes. That's why I would want us to get one of those three guys, and then obviously get one a linebacker. Um,
Yeah.
to go along with Devin Lloyd. Yeah, not Devin Lloyd,
Possibly.
but Zaire Franklin. Zaire Franklin, who we already have. Devin Lloyd, one of the targets for sure.
I was gonna say
Free agency should be interesting. Definitely a lot of different things going on. As we've seen today, a lot of different. Like even today, there's some trades. I mean, we
Brad
saw
McDuffie.
Trent McDuffie got traded from the Chiefs to the Rams, and then the Chiefs actually got a pretty good haul for him. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that was actually a good idea. I think. I mean, if you're a team that can sustain victory because you have like just an elite quarterback, you got to get all the things that all everything you can do to just keep on getting that draft capital and keep on fueling through young talent, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then maybe you can get like a Rasheed Rice or somebody along the way.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's different way to build teams, and
Yeah.
the Chiefs are drafted pretty well, so it's like easier for them to like, oh yeah, we can trade guys and then go get a different guy, even a guy as good as Trent McDuffie, and the Rams needed him. So I mean, it's a win-win I think for both sides in that aspect. Um, but it's definitely like I said, some different things going on. I think what Kyler Murray did he officially get released? I'm not sure,
He
but
didn't get officially released, but
they're saying he's
he's
getting
going
on
to
the
be
verge. Yeah.
like, yeah, the date that it's possible. I think it might be June 1st or yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In addition to like the Daniel Jones, he got transition tag. If you guys don't know what transition tag means, it means that other teams can make an offer to him, and the Colts can still match the offer if they decide to, you know. But he definitely, I mean, it's a possibility he might not be a Colt going into next year.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, what do you think? Do you think they'll match whatever offer? Like,
I think if it's reasonable, I guess they would definitely do so.
Which, if it
Uh,
wasn't, like, why would the team be doing it, right?
yeah. Why would they be tagging him at all? Yeah. um, I guess they're trying to. Usually they say they do that. To show the player that, oh, your market isn't as good as you thought it was. Like you thought your market was this and it wasn't that. It's funny
They're
because
being
like,
give it a lower price.
yeah, I'm still kind of. Last time I think this happened, well, it might have been the last time, but the last like big one was Lamar when they did that to Lamar. The Ravens did it to Lamar. I still don't know what other teams were doing in that one. Like the Ravens, I mean
Yeah,
not the
you could
Ravens,
have gotten
Falcons. Like
like I
what were
think
they
it was
doing?
like you could have traded like 2 first-round picks or something, and
Yeah, I mean
the
it was
Falcons were
crazy.
one of them, and then the owner of the Falcons said something about, like, not wanting Lamar. I forgot what it was, but it was something that was used as a meme recently when they were saying that they were gonna let Kirk Cousins go.
I mean, yeah. So it's always interesting. But we'll see what happens. I'm very intrigued to see what, like I said, we're in a strange situation. I mean, our quarterback played well this season got hurt at the worst time of the season.
Yeah.
And he may or may not be ready at the beginning of the season, but he also is looking for a long term contract, secure his
Or
future.
yeah,
But we
usually
can't do that because you know what if he doesn't come back the same player, and then we're stuck with a mediocre quarterback for the foreseeable future, and then we have to wait a couple more years than we want to draft another quarterback to replace him. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot of different things going on, but it's like we're in a tough position. I wouldn't I wouldn't wish this on either of the team, man. I wish wouldn't. But I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully, I don't know, he signs and we can move forward a little bit. But we'll see. I'm very intrigued to see what other teams think about him. I did hear that the Minnesota Vikings are probably gonna be interested in him.
I
Um
mean, makes sense.
it doesn't make
I
sense because he was
mean,
there
yeah.
before and he played well this year. So um but Minnesota Vikings is probably interested in all the quarterbacks that's on the market right now, let's be honest.
Exactly.
I mean, you
Mac Jones.
can't yeah. Kyler Murray, Malik Willis. I mean, heard somebody say Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, so it's like
That'll be
it's
wild.
interesting.
It'll be hilarious if Aaron Rodgers somehow ends up playing for the Bears. Because he always was like, I own you to the Bears.
We wouldn't play for the Bears because they got Caleb Williams, but
I know. That's why I was saying, like,
Oh yeah,
hypothetically,
oh
like,
yeah,
whatever reason, an ACL tear or something. I
oh
don't want
yeah,
that to happen.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But like I said, JJ McCarthy, he can't be feeling good right now. He's like, dang, this team really thinks I'm, garbage or whatever.
Oh no, they made it clear already. I think if he's really 9, like that guy, then he knows.
Nine
That's
knows,
like,
nine knows for sure.
yeah, come on. You gotta have discernment if you're gonna be that guy. You gotta know what's going on around
Man, crazy. Is there any other position group you like your Panthers to like um look at? What about the tackle position? What do you think they should do, with Icky? You don't know exactly if you'll be ready for the season. What do you think they should do with that position?
Number one, we have to resign Yash Neiman, who was our swing tackle this previous year. On top of that, if we can get anyone else in free agency, just to be, because if Yash Neiman is going to be the guy that starts, we're going to need a backup. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Brady Christensen back. One of our tackles, he plays guard, he plays center, he plays everything. Like, he's versatile. I just don't think he works well sometimes with the Panthers scheme, and that's why they just chose not to start him a lot of the time. He doesn't have a lot of strength physically, but he's good at doing everything that he's asked to do. So we're gonna have to replace like the backup position um, if we do resign Yash Neiman. And we could, if somebody like Spencer Fanow falls from Utah, like I would love to
Mm,
see him, or Freeling from Georgia,
Georgia.
oh, and maybe even Caden Proctor.
Proctor.
Like I, I'm just I'm curious to see what the Panthers think of these offensive linemen, and if we don't get the guy that we want it at 19, if we trade back and are able to get one of these guys.
Yeah. Was there any intel that they were like interested in any of these tackles? Or any? Uh,
They were keeping it tight-lipped. Yeah, there wasn't really much in terms of what the Panthers are determining, like what they want to do. It's more so they've said the same things that they've said every step of the way.
yeah.
We want to solidify the trenches and to make sure that we continue with the brand of football that we've been playing. You know,
Yeah. Got you. Got you. Definitely interesting to see. Um, I was looking at these mocks. In addition, like going back to the draft for a moment, I was thinking, oh, these are a lot of interesting players, and I was like, um, I wonder how John feels about like some of these players that I've seen in these mocks. Like, do you
yeah.
think that these are viable players,
We
or
got
let me see if I can pull it up. I thought I had it saved in one of my things. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here we go, right here. So it's a mock draft tracker. Somebody made this up, and I think they saying that the most picks and the ones they seen has been King Sadiq, and this is for the 19th pick. He's been the number one, the most mock person to the Panthers. Keon
yeah,
Sadiq.
that makes sense.
He's
I mean, especially if
uh,
you go back like a couple months ago, like he was definitely by far a couple months ago the number one guy.
I've also seen Peter Woods, um,
Interior defensive lineman from Clemson.
Clemson. How do you feel about him?
Um, he has the physical traits, you know, but it seems as though, based off of a lot of the reporting that I'm seeing, I'm not a scout myself, but I dissect the reporting that I see. You know,
Hmm.
he is someone that is has a long way to go before he can actually functionally penetrate the offensive line rather than just being a big strong man, you know.
Mm, and that's probably and that's definitely what you want in a first round pick that you're picking, as a
Yeah,
first round pick and interior
especially
lineman for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's something maybe I'll take at round 2 if you're a really big strong man.
Yeah. You you yeah, you definitely need to be down, dominant, you know.
Right, exactly. Consistently dominant based off of the athleticism in a way that he just isn't in his success rate. So at that point, if your success rate isn't there and you don't know fundamentally how to play the position, he's still learning, still doing, on the up and up. He could still, but at this point, you know, 19 is a little rich.
Yeah. The next three guys are like edge rushers, Keldrick Falk, TJ
Yeah, that's a
Parker,
guy. Okay,
and
I'll go one at a time.
Cassius Howell. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll say Falk first because that's the one that I know the most about. He's like a Mikael Williams from last year, like
Okay.
from Georgia, where he's just a big, strong, rangy guy that does not pass the like rush the pass. He just stops the run consistently, and he's somebody that can transform your defense in run stopping, knows how to leverage his position and tackle somebody, but is not going to go forward really. At least
Gotcha.
not in his tape so
In his
far.
tape. Gotcha.
So maybe he could eventually,
Mm-hmm.
but Then TJ Parker, and what was the other guy?
Cassius Howell from Texas A&M.
Cassius
Uh,
Howell. TJ Parker, I'll say, is somebody that's kind of has a little bit of everything. And I haven't watched his tape specifically. I've just seen like what people have spoken about with him, and I saw his measurables and stuff. And he's somebody that like he could be, um, you know, when you have a little bit of everything, it could be you're just average the entirety of your career, or you like start becoming elite at like one or two different things and become Trey Hendrickson, you know?
yeah.
Like, so that he has a little bit of a range. And the last one I actually didn't even know at all.
Cassius Howell. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know much about him. It's the first time I even seen it. I heard his
Yeah.
name. To be
Cassius
honest with
Howell.
you,
What school is that?
he's from Texas A&M, so
Oh,
that's
that's right. You did
interesting.
say that. Okay. Texas A&M.
Yeah, yeah. And the
Interesting.
other two were Sonny Styles and C.J. Allen. Those two are mocked, but we know at this point
Oh,
Sonny
we know
Styles not
about
going to be
them.
there.
Yeah,
But
we know about them. Well, I haven't
yeah,
talked about CJ Allen. CJ Allen
yeah.
is an interesting prospect as well because he's somebody that's a downhill runner linebacker, but does not necessarily have the coverage abilities. So
Mm,
I'm thinking he reminds me a little bit like on paper the TJ Parker thing,
hmm
where it's like he's good at everything, not great at anything, really. But if he can become elite at one or two things, he can be an elite player because there's not big gaping holes in his game, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question: when you're thinking about prospects, what what traits or what are you looking for that says, oh, when you're watching the tape or when you're looking at like their attributes or whatever you see, what what things stand out to you the most when you're looking at them? What says, oh, I want my team to pick this player? What do you think that is?
I think number one, above everything, is relative to the position they play, success rate. Like just a relative success rate. Are you consistently getting stops in coverage if you're a cornerback? Are
Mm-hmm.
you stopping the run if you're an interior defensive lineman? Are you getting to the quarterback if you're a pass rusher? Like just relative success rate. And then I become intrigued of like athleticism and whatnot afterwards. And that's what makes me feel good about like guys like Jacob Rodriguez, who is consistently doing great and ends up in people's mind thinking, okay, are you an athlete even though? Because you don't look that fast or that strong or that explosive, and then
hmm
test out of your mind at the combine. Like,
Right.
so that's the kind of thing that makes me think like, I'll take him at 19. I'll take him. I would, because I want a good football player above everything. Why take a shot in the dark, about athleticism when you saw the guy that you want, that you're hiring to be good at football, was good at football,
Right. Right.
like,
Right.
yeah.
So you're not really keen to like people that are like pushing like upside more than like production, type of
Nope.
thing. You're like, nope.
I
You
mean,
want to
I'll
see.
take upside. I will take upside, but I'll take
You want to do
production.
both. Yeah.
I'll take well, not only production like stat wise, tackles or touchdowns or stuff like that. That's meaningless. That's because it's so contingent on. I want success rate. When your
hmm
job was to beat this person in front of you, were you able to beat this person in front of you at the job that you were tasked with? Like if
hmm
it's even an offensive lineman, counteracting the swim move. Like I
hmm
care way more about that than like, oh, they allowed a sack. Because if I
Right.
saw they gave a valiant effort and it was just something that they really couldn't control, like, and the quarterback ran into that direction and stuff, that's okay. I want to
hmm
see you be able to prevent it in the first place, you know. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Just success rate.
Love that. Yeah, definitely. And it's like when you're thinking about it, and I think that's probably what separates probably the better players from the good players because you're looking like at success rate because a lot of guys that's like even like raw, not maybe not be experienced in like a certain positions, but you can just like tell like, oh,
Yeah.
if we put him right here, he can excel at this one thing better than anyone else, in this class,
And that's why scheming matters so much too, because you can find somebody like a Tavon Austin and put them on the St. Louis Rams at the time, and Jeff Fisher, they're not going to do anything with him.
Nothing with him,
But I
nothing with
bet
him.
you take Tavon Austin now and you give him like a Kyle Shanahan, Sean
Oh my
McVay
god, yeah.
offense, they'll find a freaking Chiefs now. Like they'll find a role for him. Like
For sure. And they're not gonna waste them. They're gonna use every talent he has, every ability he has. I
exactly.
mean, give him the
That's
ball in all
where
different types of
but
ways.
but
Yeah.
that's where you have that luxury when you're able to have a complete team. And if
Hmm.
not, you take the TJ Parkers of the world or the Kendrick Falks of the world that are kind of like more sure things instead of just taking upside darts, you know.
Yeah.
And the
The
Panthers,
safer
I would
picks.
love
Yeah.
it. I would love it if they were, but they're not at that point yet. So I want the more of the sure things, you know.
It sounds like the conversation I've been hearing people have with at the second pick with the Jets, whether they should take David Bailey or
Yep.
Arvell
Texas Tech.
Reese, because yeah, you know, because they're saying like Arvell Reese he played like both linebacker and like edge rusher, kind of like he was like a 3-4 guy, so he kind of like blended in, but he wasn't like necessarily great at either thing, but you saw like flashes, and you can see him like he just pops off the page, like he's good at like getting downhill tackling, whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not like he hasn't like honed his like pass rushing moves, so he's not like oh he can't really like
The
you can't just
best.
put him at edge rusher and think he's going to just go, but it's got
I
to be
mean,
somebody.
when you get to a point where it's like a quick twitch athlete, I'll tell you what, I will never draft a player purely because they're quick twitch. It just takes one Achilles injury to end all of them. You know what I mean? Like if that's all they are, you know what I mean?
Right,
But
right, yeah.
so many people that are like salivating over he's not a good, he's not good at what he does, but his fast first step, it's like, you know how easily that's not a sticky stat as they say. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Right.
something that's tangentially like that you can get
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
I think with Reese, I think he's more like a linebacker than he is like a more of like, someone to come off the edge. Like right now, he's better at playing linebacker
I
at
was
this very
thinking
moment.
Bailey, but also Reese. Yeah, yeah, he does have both of the traits. He's not really a pure. He's kind of maybe a little Jalen Walker esque, not the same type of style, but same type of player.
Hmm. Definitely. And I would say it's interesting because like I've heard like a lot of people say Jeremiah Love is like the best prospect in this draft. And I think it's because obviously his
Him or
production
Downs.
is yeah, Caleb Downs. Oh my goodness. Dude is a monster. Caleb Downs. I mean, think about him. But I was going to ask you though, who, if the Panthers had the number one pick in this draft, who would you want them to select?
Wow, that's a great question. Well, first of all, I would want them to trade back, but since that's too complicated for the scenario, man, that is a great question. I think I might go with Sunny Styles
Mm, okay.
because it's a luxury pick at that point, one overall. Like, if there was a premier edge rusher or a premier guaranteed tackle, even like, but
Hmm.
there's not. There's guys with questions. Sonny
Right.
Styles is a transformative interior linebacker. Like, so if we can have somebody like that, that's worth the number one overall pick, I would say,
Yeah. So you think he could be like Fred Warner level, maybe?
I think he
Or
could be better than Fred Warner,
wow,
but
okay.
not because skill wise, because his skill offers more. So it depends on the schematics of the situation,
Hmm.
like how do you utilize him? He's somebody that just has this immense athleticism and tackling ability and strength and size and speed. So like if you can be creative with him, he could be sky's the limit.
Definitely, definitely. That's a good answer. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Because when I think about it, I definitely get your sentiment. Like Sonny Styles, like he's probably like, I mean, the surest thing in this draft. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
because, like you said, like the edge rusher, like even with the edge rusher, people aren't really sure who's the best one. Like I think Ruben Bain would even be higher, but they talk about his short arm length and
Less
stuff
than
like
31 inches, apparently. That's horrible or
that.
something.
Yeah, like it's like a lot of people in that conversation of who's the best, edge in this game is no clear favorite. It's kind of like they're all like in this same boat type of thing. Same thing with the tackles. It's a lot of different guys. It's like who do you like the most? They're all like in this same kind of bucket. It's like three or four guys.
Right.
But with Sonny Styles, he's just like heads and shoulders above the rest. Like it's just no one
At
close
least
to him.
like I wouldn't draft him unless you know what you're going to do with him, or at least
Oh
like
yeah,
have some kind of plan or blueprint. And so I don't think every team would draft him, especially if you don't
yeah,
have a creative defensive coordinator. But like,
yeah.
give him like a defensive coordinator that's creative, and I think Ejiro Evero could be with somebody like him,
Hmm.
and it would just unlock the entire defense. So that would be cool. That would be fun.
Yeah, I definitely like that line of thinking. Um, I do. I'm gonna say Jeremiah Love is an intriguing prospect. I wouldn't pick him no more, but I definitely get the sentiment. Everybody saying he's the best prospect in
Yeah,
in the draft.
right. Within positional value, that's the only reason.
Yeah, for sure. The wide receivers I think are good in this draft as well, like Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson and um Zachariah Branch. I think are good guys. What's that? Makai Lemon. Those are some. I think some really good.
That was hilarious. Yeah, dude, he rubbed his hands with his face. I'd never seen anybody rub their hands with not any hands. He just like, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. Oh,
Oh man,
dude's a
too funny.
character. Honestly, I would still not mind him at my on my team, but he kind of did drop a couple spots. I don't know. I didn't like the
Of
vibe,
that alone.
man. I didn't like the vibe. I wasn't a fan.
For sure, for sure. Um, One thing I did get all the news we heard from the combine is that Ty Simpson he separated himself from the rest of the quarterbacks and like he's pretty much
Yeah,
QB2 behind
Alabama.
Fernando Mendoza. Um, the one thing I will say about Ty Simpson is when I was watching him at the beginning of this year, bro, I was like, man, this dude is pretty good. Like he
Yeah,
had a really great start to this season because he would be playing. They'd be playing these teams. SEC is a gauntlet, so they be playing a lot of good different teams. And I was just like, man, he's really putting on a show in these games. And then like as the season got to the end, he kind of fell off. Um, but like I said, he was playing to me like the best quarterback in the nation, like early in the season to me. Like just the type of throws he was
yeah.
making, the clutch plays. I mean, his poise in the pocket, everything like that. Um, so I'm definitely think he's an interesting prospect in this draft, depending on what situation he goes to. Um,
So, what's his height and weight? Do you know?
what's his height and weight? I think he's like. Let me see if I can look it up real quick.
Okay.
Um, I know he's got to be like six, probably two or three, probably.
Okay. Two is a little shorter. Three would be okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's 6'2",
How much weight is he? Stocky?
208, 208.
Okay. No, that's frail, dude. That's like more frail than Bryce then. Because like Bryce is like around that weight, but like 3 inches shorter. You know what I mean? He has that
Yeah.
stockiness, that like kind of that Russell Wilson stockiness a little bit. Not to that degree, but he has that build.
He's actually a little shorter than 6'2". So at the combine, he measured at 6'1", one
Oh,
eighth of an inch, and 211 pounds.
oh,
So
that's better. That's better. See, we're
yeah,
getting better ratios now.
yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he'd be a quality quarterback in the draft, but as far as the other quarterbacks goes, I was saying he's probably the better ones after that one. Him and Fernando, probably the best two I've seen this year, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if either one of them are going to be, good or not, but maybe Fernando is more
I was
probably closer
surprised
to a
Fernando
starter.
was so stocky too. He was like 6'4", like 230 or something. I didn't know he was that big.
Hmm. Probably, yeah. You probably put on some weight. 'Cause he looked skinnier early in the year for sure.
Yeah,
Than
he
what he
did.
was playing. Like he kind of looked like it kind of like he was too tall
I
for
just
it.
want to
Like
I just
his
want to
body looked
thank
like
my teammates. I want to thank my teammates for putting on the weight. He's a character.
dude's hilarious for sure. Yeah, I think yeah, that's funny. Um, was there any other free agents or any moves that you would like to see in free agency? It could be the Panthers or a different team. Um, going into Monday,
I think
should
the
be
biggest thing, I would love to see Devin Lloyd coming to the Panthers. I'd mentioned that before, but like that would be awesome. On top of that, we need to extend Jalen Coker to a 50-year, $100 million contract. He needs to be a Panther for life, obviously. Obviously.
yeah,
What are we talking
yeah.
about? Jalen Coker will never be in another uniform. Like, oh, how are the Celtics doing? Versus the Hornets.
Oh, the Hornets. The Hornets won.
We
What was the
won?
final? Yes, they won.
Yes!
Oh, the
Yes!
final score was 118-89.
We didn't just win. We
Won
blew
by
out
like
a team
29,
that was
29
favored.
points.
That was favored against us. Oh man. You know what? Honestly, I'm glad I was here and I found out this way instead of watching the game because that dopamine spike was unprecedented. I love it. Hey, let's go.
That's- hey, that's
Let's
great. Hey,
go. That's
it was
awesome.
great to see, man. Great to see.
You
It's a
love to
very good
see, and
team.
that makes ninth in a row or maybe 10th in a row road win.
Road win. Yep. And fifth
And
straight game with beating a team by at
plus
least
15.
15 points. Yep.
Yep.
And they beat a team that's in the East, second seed in the East, has been playing well
Dude,
lately.
okay. Is there a reason that we beat them so
What?
badly? Because I was looking up the Celtics and like they were like beating good teams like by a
Yeah.
lot. Or is there injuries or something?
Nah. I mean, of course Tatum's out, but other than that, the one
Yeah,
players that's been
but
playing
he's
this
been out
year
though.
are playing. Yeah, the players that played this year have been playing for sure.
That's insane then. Dude, I was looking at their record. They're consistently beating good teams. The degree that we won is like that's where I'm like, what? I need to see these highlights. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
what I was saying before too. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for the tenacity that we play with, and somebody like Musa Diabate
Yeah, they like I
consistently
said, yes.
crashing the glass.
Told you like the energy that the pace they play at is overwhelming in the
They see
shot
the
making,
Hornets. They see the Hornets on their
the
schedule. And they're
ball
like, oh,
movement.
rest day.
I mean, it is. I mean, they're looking like a well-oiled machine right now for sure.
Dude,
It's like,
it's incredible. And now it's like 20-2. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. That's very
yeah,
cool. That's very cool.
amazing for sure.
Wow, I did not.
Yeah,
Honestly, in my
gotta
mind,
make sure we
I
get to
was
the
like,
game for the end of the year.
"Oh, definitely, dude. Oh, man, we maybe a couple."
Hey, I'm down.
Yeah. But no, honestly, it's so cool just because in my mind, I was thinking Hornets, if they play competitively and lose, I'll be fine because I was looking at the Celtics. I was like, oh, they're good, because I'm still learning. Like, I'm learning more about like the academic side of basketball and watching the Hornets like in particular. So like I'll look at a new opponent and I'll be like, are they good or what? Like but I knew the Celtics were good because I know they won
Yeah,
like they went deep a couple years ago. But I was just thinking like more so are they good right now? Because I
you're right.
only follow the Hornets in terms of if they're good or not. And then when I saw that they were very good and that it was despite Jason Tatum, I was like, okay, all right, so we could lose this game. It's fine. So to hear us win by this much, I'm like, let's go.
One thing I will say is when looking at this matchup, it, the Hornets they have bigger guards and wings
Yeah,
than I would say it. And then like within the
I
Celtics
mean
right now.
Lamelo Ball, Brandon Miller.
I'm about to say they're just bigger, so they give them issues, and then they
First, give us issues. So
right.
it's
Yeah,
all relative.
I
Yeah, a
mean
lot
they're
of white lightning.
quicker, faster, quicker,
Spin
faster, and
lunch pill
yeah.
guys. 30.
Right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
every
So
every adjective we gave to Lad McConkey.
it's hard for them to keep up. It's hard for them to keep up. And
Yeah.
the way the Hornets run their offense, because it's a bunch of inverted pick and rolls, like Connor setting screens, Brandon Miller setting screens, the guards are setting
Yo, those
screens.
ghost screens that
Yeah.
Khan does,
Yeah.
incredible, where he's pretending to do a screen and then he can just turn and hit that three. Ooh.
Yeah. Because they're creating advantages in so many different ways, and it throws teams off. And it's
Yeah.
like that 2-on-1, 3-on-2 type of thing, and you gotta stay over here because they got shooters, and then
Yep.
Musa and
And then you
Connor
forget about
can
Moose.
finish. Yeah, they can finish around the rim and
You
make
even
those
forget
push
about
shots
Ryan
and,
Kalkbrenner.
and like the mid range shots too. So it's different things like that. A lot of
Ryan
different things the
Kalkbrenner
teams
has
got to
been
worry
a
about
great spot too at five. Like
for
a
sure.
great, like to spot anybody that's there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he is great at cleaning the glass and putting it in.
Oh yeah. That's all he needs to do anyway. He come out the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just
He's
get
just
just
like
just
this
be able
big, awkward seventh grader that's also 7 feet tall.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. Hornets are definitely moving in that right direction.
Yeah,
Great to see. And free agency starts March 11th at 4 o'clock officially.
yeah.
Monday you can start tampering, and there'll be
That's when
you'll
we'll start
see
getting news
you'll see deals, but they officially get done on March 11th.
on Wednesday.
Um, yeah, so definitely excited to see what happens, see what Panthers do, see what the Colts do. We already saw teams franchise tag some players. George Pickett's got franchise tagged. Who else got franchise tagged? Brees Hall.
That's right.
Um,
Wild that Brees Hall got franchise tag. It's like they were trying to chop him around last year, and now now they won't
that's
even like
crazy.
let him explore a long term deal. And then
Yeah, Cal
KW,
Pitts got franchise tag too.
did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Falcons tight end. All right, that's cool. I mean, honestly, I want that for them. I don't think he's very good at playing football. I think he's a freak athlete that's good at specific moments, but
Yeah,
he's not a player that you want play in and play out. He just doesn't care enough, I think.
yeah. He played better this year than he has the last
Oh,
couple
he
of
was
years, like
much better
since his
this.
rookie year. Since his rookie year,
I think
best
they're
year since his
trying to
rookie year.
find ways to like, okay, let's just let him go and do something with his athleticism. But he's never going to be a tight end. Never. He's never going to block for you. Are you kidding me? Like like he's just the slot receiver that's freakishly tall, and
Yeah, yeah, and also I think I mean, he pretty much summed that up pretty well. I guess the other interesting thing is to where the how the quarterbacks is gonna where they're gonna go, what the Vikings decide to do at their quarterback position. Kenneth Walker became a free agent, so that'll be interesting. I mean, I guess somebody's
Yeah,
gonna be able to snag him up, so that'll be interesting.
I would love him
Uh,
if the Panthers didn't have so much, tied up in the running back position with Jonathan Brooks, second round pick, and Chuba.
yeah, yeah, he's definitely gonna be a good pickup for somebody. Travis Etienne, I think, will be a good pickup for somebody too at running back.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and Travis's brother. I almost forgot he didn't run much last year.
for sure.
Trevor.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens with AJ Brown. I mean, I heard they want like a what was it? What kind of package did they say they wanted? I think was it a Quinn and Williams similar package to that or something like that for him?
For
AJ
AJ,
Brown.
that's ridiculous. They're not going to get that. That's wild.
And after seeing like the McDuffie deal, I'm like, they're probably not going to trade the Eagles because I don't even know if they get that good of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they get
No,
like a
you don't
first or
trade
second.
that kind of thing for a receiver. Receivers are
Yeah,
becoming like a luxury. Not that like a good receiver, a great receiver, an elite receiver is invaluable, but
yeah,
you can't play unless you have the trenches. So that's why it's like it's the difference between invaluable or you can't play at all. You know, like it adds a lot of dimensions to have great skill position players, but your trenches need to be solidified. And then obviously above everything, you need to have a great quarterback. Like so then
definitely.
then then receiver comes in after all that.
Yeah, focus on your offensive line. Focus on making sure you got that
Trenches.
quarterback in there. And like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, you saw Stephon Diggs got released today? Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
that was crazy. That was crazy.
that was great. A lot of
I
people, different
mean,
people.
it kind of made sense. Talking about receivers, like
Yeah,
like, dude, he was becoming a distraction to the team.
yeah,
I'm surprised he
and
didn't play on the Steelers. The way he's kind of been moving.
crazy, crazy, crazy things going on. But as we get out of here, man, or any last things before we get out of here?
No, actually,
Man, yeah, man. As we get out of here, as we always say, keep pounding for the shoe. And then I don't know. We still don't know what the Hornets saying is, so we'll work on that.
Buzz City boys.
Buzz City, you know, but go go Panthers, go Colts, go Hornets. Y'all have a good week.